Please be seated. His Excellency, guest of honor, the President, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, Dr. Manessa Jatau, Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, retired but not tired, the distinguished chairman of Senate Committee on Customs, Committee on Finance, Committee on Appropriation, Committee on Public Petition, other distinguished senators here present, Honorable Chairman, House Committee on Customs, Committee on Public Accounts and Committee on Procurement, the honorable members of the Federal House.
We are here live in Kumwabayo at the heart of Victoria. I am Michael. The conference will theme leveraging data analytics for secure and efficient facilitation in customs operations is a reflection of the custom design to strengthen adoption of technology and the tracking, monitoring and processing of documents, proving authenticity of goods. This process has started long before with initiatives like the arrival assessment report known as PAR, giving insight into what concerning perspective at the ports.
Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am Chief Secretary of Customs,
Similar to these is the forensic manifest management system employed for tracking of illicit transactions. Although increasing revenue generation could be the motive behind all initiatives, Customs has consistently stressed on the need to improve cargo clearing processes, facilitate trade, and improve on security, considering the dangers inherent in unwholesome importation.
And how Nigeria Customs Service leverages on data analytics for optimal performance.
In the area of clearing cargoes, the deployment of scanning machines at some ports in Lagos is simplifying processes and gradually exiting the days of physical examination.
You are welcome to the Business Conference 2023. Before we commence the program, I would like to take us through the safety guide of this talk.
This conference is coming at a time the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, has shown commitment to the deployment of geospatial intelligence in customs modernization projects. This platform, once operational, will enable the service to employ the service of drone for surveillance. And as a prelude to the actualization, the Comptroller General of Customs was in the New Republic July this year to examine the real-time processes used by the country for cargo monitoring and overall port administration. Apart from looking to broker a deal for the harmonization of import and export procedures between the two countries.
Personal belongings are not left unattended.
This entire plan, including resolutions from what we are doing here, will definitely lead to attracting investors into the country. Since procedures will now be transparent, prompt, and accountable.
To ensure the security and efficiency of customs operations.
The Human Resource Department requires data for its operations.
Customs. And so these roles that are being performed by the officers and men of customs over the years, with various levels of successes to the agency's capacity and environment. The theme that you have chosen for this conference has been emphasized by the WCO Secretary. Only apt, is timely, is proper, and it his role at ensuring that technology is a strong driver that can be an enabler for them to be able to innovate and develop capacity and capability that will take the service to an that will be next to none, that it can compete and compare with other services of similar likes with anywhere in the world, and to be able to perform your statutory duties more efficiently with greater results. The increasing complexities of the Nigerian customs operation, the desire to match with global standards, and the determination to present the administration to improve significantly on our current level of bilateral and multilateral trades have made this conference, and to make the imperative of the conversations here more important, because we believe that leveraging on technology and to build capacity of all your officers to analyze the data accurately and to have the ability to form a well thought out decision making after analysis is critical and is germane. Mr. Vice President, you know too well that Mr. President has set an agenda that all of us, even at subnational, are bought into. For the country to achieve a 1 trillion GDP between now and the year 2030, it's a daunting one. It's a very serious business. But we know with the Nigerian customs, that conversation is realizable. We've discussed this over and over again, that we cannot rely on a monoproduct called oil alone. We need to be able to diversify and think out of the box. I believe that's what Nigerian customs is doing here today. They know too well that they are very strategic to the pronouncement of Mr. President. They're very critical to economic sustainability of our country. They're very critical to revenue generation in a manner of efficiency, in a manner that ensures that your users of your service appreciate and understand that you are bringing value to them. You are not just asking them to pay, but you are creating and you are realizing values for them. That's why we're here today. And working as partners, we believe is realizable. And the objective of Mr. President and this administration will be achieved with conferences like this, with conversations like this, with outputs and outcomes of your engagements here like this, knowing fully well that with all of the things coming out of the conference, the Nigerian customs are on that path at realizing these big and achievable objectives. We therefore want to congratulate the leadership, officers and men of the Nigerian customs once again. I want to say and reiterate that Lagos is open to you. Lagos will continue to remain your host. The 70% right that we currently do we can all do more. Because when you do more, Lagos will do more. When you realize more, Lagos will realize more. And by extension, the whole country will benefit from it. You can see that even the conversation that the Secretary General of WC had mentioned is to make sure that the Nigerian Customs Service is on the world map, on that world trajectory that we're leading, not just by verbal saying, but we're leading by the turnaround, by the service you are rendering to all of your customers. And I dare say that even this morning, before the Vice President came, the Comptroller General has given instructions on how, the service can also respond to the needs of a customer. I'm a customer with Nigerian Customs, and they are given directive to say that this and this and this should be done. Comptroller General, thank you very much, and this is how proactively we should be dealing with this. Because it's only when we do that that we can build a national cake that all of us as Nigerians can be truly proud of. And I can see that the leadership that we have at the helm of affairs of Nigerian Customs are well motivated, they are ready to do that, and the least we can do is to encourage you, is to say to you that well done, and we'll be watching. We will criticize you when there is a need, we'll support you when there's a need, and we'll encourage you at all times to ensure that you do the best, not once, but you do the best at all times. I wish you all the very best, and I'm hoping that the outcome of this conference will be enduring to all of you. Thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of the conference.
You may be seated. I'm sure you will agree with me that His Excellency deserves another resounding applause, please. At this juncture, I would like to invite one of our own that has been with us in the last 2-3 days, and he's still passionate about Nigeria Customs Service. And it's no one but His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, retired Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, and a scholar, Dr. Menese Jato, for a goodwill message. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please let me use Ejo and beg you to permit me to borrow the protocol that were established by our Chief Host and his MC. One, to save time, and secondly, I may break protocol. I wouldn't want to do that, so I beg to borrow that protocol and stand on it and continue. Your Excellency, we sincerely welcome you to this event, which is called the Comptroller General's Annual Conference. By chance, like the Chief Host said, while he was the PRO at the meeting that were held in Katsina with the title Borders Divide, Custom Connect, I was by chance the chairman of that conference. So it's bringing us together. That it went into coma for 11 years for very unclear reasons is lamentable. But thank God it was a reversible coma, and it has been reversed, and it will be done. The CG's Annual Conference is an event where the services of the custom is appraised based on its responsibility to the society. It is assessed based on what the society feels, and it's supposed to be an open place where the custom will get its own feedback mechanism. No organization survives without feedback, because the feedback is to tell you the good you have done and the bad you have done. Like His Excellency has said, they are ready to criticize. The Comptroller General that I know too well, that I left in the service, is somebody that will accept corrections, criticisms, as long as it will take us forward. colleagues who have retired, I say you cannot retire from a place that you have stayed for 33 years or 35 years. That is why I have not left the custom. We are products of the Nigerian Customs Service. And I urge those my own colleagues that are retired to please keep in touch with the customs. Because the Hausa say, the Sofon Zuma Ake Magani. Sir, it is with the old honey that you use to make medicine. For the serving custom officers, let me assure you that having seen your Comptroller General, that is making all things relevant, resilient, and responsive, and adaptive, which is the characteristic of the organization. Please, I urge you to do all you can do to ensure that you help the Comptroller General, just like the COA is helping them. And please, let me end with this leftists, because we are still leftists whatever we are. Dip your buckets where you are. Do whatever you can do to make sure that the customs succeed. Don't wait till the Comptroller General or Deputy Comptroller General, you may never be. Dip your buckets where you are. I thank you all, and I assure His Excellency that we, the old brigade, will not leave it behind. And let me also say that there's more than one retirement. I retired from the customs, I'm still a lecturer, and I also retired from politics. So please, don't see retirement at the end of it. When you retire, continue the journey. Thank you very much.
Please hear a sound in applause for the former chairman committee on CGC's conference. We have former MC and former chairman. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State. On this note, as we keep on getting the goodwill messages, permit me to invite His Royal Majesty, the Oni of Ife, Mr. Ade Enitan Ogunwusi, hello, His Royal Highness Ojaja II,
Your Excellency, the father of our dear nation, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by our very fine Vice President, His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State omitted that aspect of our Vice President, and also omitted, probably because they have things in common, a very refined, intelligent leader of our country. I greet you, our Vice President. Please, I think he deserves a resounding round of applause. I'm not going to take our time, and I will stand on the already established protocol. We're all here for something very important to our dear nation, the CGC's conference. I thank God Almighty for your life, our brand new CG, for all the transformative agenda, innovation, and forward-looking leadership role you've been playing in customs service. The theme of today's event is data analysis. Data is the eye of anything we do. Without data, you won't be able to plan. And I want to thank you for what you're doing and how you are motivating the entire officers of customs, how you are infusing great and innovative ideas into what you are doing. The result speaks for itself. From the throne of Oduduwa, we'll continue to pray for you and wish you the very best in all your endeavors. Keep up the good work. God Almighty will continue to be with you. Principally, I want to thank the wives of all the custom officers that are here. Thank you for supporting your husbands, and also the spouses of the female officers that are here too. Thank you for supporting your spouses, because it is vice versa. Without you, they won't be able to function very well. They won't be able to add value and support what we know for Nigerian Customs Service. There is this advert that is very popular in our their nation. Nigerian Customs Service. Now our domot Nigerian economy they flow. You all know that the economy of this country keeps flowing within your domot. God will continue to bless you and bless all the works of your hand. Put the service of your nation first before the service to yourself individually. Keep that focus right. Keep that transformative agenda right. Let us be in tune with what the father of the nation is actually advocating and championing, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let us keep supporting any innovation and initiative that he has embarked upon. One of that agenda is what you are doing. Keep up the good work. Put everything that has to do with Nigeria first, and we will know that at the end of the day, our their country will be a better country. On a lighter note, the MC that introduced me as Mr. Oni of Ife, I will not propitiate my ancestors so that your prayer can be answered too, because the current CG was once the MC of this thing that happened, that is happening currently here 12 years ago. But don't worry, I have given you royal pardon. Because if I should propitiate my ancestors and all the spirits in Yoruba land, you are on your own. On a lighter note again, His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, when the CG was introduced in Lagos, he was very happy. It's a bitter and sweet, sour experience, because I actually went further spiritually to look at him. He looked at the vice president and his face was very hard. He came to this high table, this pulpit, and he said, Lagos will not sneeze. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, don't mind our governor. Lagos will sneeze if this thing is not going to happen. He looked at the vice president and said, 70% of everything in Nigeria, courtesy of Lagos, that custom is generating. What is the need for us in Lagos State? What are you giving back to us? Why can't you make Lagos a special economic zone? Why? You are just here to just toast and just pump our ego in Lagos. So he came here, he didn't know how to attack one of his own. But spiritually, he whispered to me that, Kabiyesi, do that role for me. I have gotten the message of Mr. Governor, and I'm doing that message, and I'm passing the message across. CGC, please make sure in anything you do, wherever you get something, look at how to give back to where you are getting that thing. 70% of your income is coming from Lagos. Please continue to champion to the federal government that it is easier now. You are all from the same party structure. Please make Lagos State a special economic zone, a special economic territory for the life of Lagosians to be better. Wherever you are in Nigeria, you must have passed through Lagos. I passed through Lagos. The vice president is a Lagos boy, according to the governor. Also, the CGC is partially a Lagos boy, and from our village, because it's from my place, we are together from the same place, but nobody that has been very successful in this country that didn't pass through Lagos. So let us all work towards how Lagos can be better. God bless all of you. God bless the entire customs services, and God bless our dear country, Nigeria. Thank you very much.
That was the remarks by His Royal Majesty Ade Eniton Ogunwusi Oba Ojaja II, the Oni of Ile-Ife. Thank you very much, sir. On this note, I would like to invite the Executive Secretary, Shippers Council, Dr. Akuta Pius, for a goodwill message. Thank you very much, sir.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, ably represented by our amiable Vice President, Senator Shetima, GCON, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, the Royal Highnesses and our Royal Fathers here, the Comptroller General of Customs, my brother and my colleague in this drive to move Nigeria's economy in this sector forward, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, all other dignitaries here present, permit me to lean also on the existing protocols. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, I arrived Lagos on the 1st of November this year to take up the role of the Executive Secretary. I've been trying to settle down before I can come and pay homage, but today we are meeting here. Permit me to apologize for meeting you here before coming to show my face and pay homage to you, sir. I will still come, sir. This occasion is very apt, and today I also, in following the directive of Mr. President, I also commence my retreat at the agency level. But because of the importance of this gathering, I decided to be here, and most importantly, that the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is here, and my brother has invited me, so I must be here. And I'm very thankful to God that I'm a part of this occasion. The Nigerian Customs Service occupies a pivotal role in this administration's drive to move the economy from oil dependency to other sectors of the economy. And we are very grateful to the Nigerian president for setting up the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, and for appointing one of the finest and most dogged achiever in the history of Nigeria to lead us in that ministry. Now, we have a partnership that has been going on between the Nigerian Shippers Council and the Nigerian Customs Service. That partnership, we believe, is the only way to go to be able to achieve what we set out to achieve in the Nigerian blue economy. The blue economy is a sector that has not been so explored in the past. But thank God to this administration for deciding to create that ministry, to now look deep into the marine resources of this country and see how we can harness them and diversify the economy of this country from oil dependency to that sector, a multi-trillion-dollar economy. And we are willing to work together with the Nigerian Customs Service to go deep into that sector and bring out the good of that sector for the good of this country and its people. I'm so happy to be here today, to be a part of this history-making occasion. I understand that 12 years ago, this conference held, and then until today. That's another major leap in the right direction to harnessing the resources that the Nigerian Customs Service has, and then working in partnership with other agencies of government in this sector to ensure that we reposition ourselves to also reposition the economy of Nigeria. I want to congratulate you, my brother, for this wonderful conference, and I wish all of those who are attending the conference to participate fully with a mindset to understand all the discussions that are being had here and hold them dearly to move the Customs Service forward. Thank you very much for all of you for listening. Thank you, sir.
Please, a resounding applause. A resounding applause for the ES, Nigerian Shippers Council. The special guests of honor, other distinguished invited guests, permit me to invite the Chairman, Organizing Committee, Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, Strategic Research and Policy, in person of AB Hamisu, PSC Daga, for his remarks. This is you, sir.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by His Excellency Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, our retired Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, DCG Jatau, distinguished Chairman of the Senate Committee on Customs, other distinguished senators here present, Honorable Chairman House Committee on Customs, other honorary members of the Federal House of Representatives, Chief Host, Comptroller General of Customs B. Adeni, MFR, DSM, FNIPR, PSC Daga, serving our retired members of the management team, Nigerian Customs Service, with special recognition to the former sole administrator of Nigeria Customs Service, Major General Samuel Ango, retired, our esteemed royal fathers and customers of our amiable tradition and culture, the Oni of Ife and Olu of Ilaru, former ruler of Yewaland, head of military and parliamentary organization and other government agencies here present, members of the diplomatic corps, the president of COA, captain of industries, conference participants, other distinguished invited guests, and gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am Deputy Comptroller General of Customs, Al-Bashir Hamisu, in charge of the Department of Strategic Research and Policy, standing here on behalf of Nigeria Customs Service to extend our deepest gratitude to each one of you for gracing the opening ceremony of 23 Comptroller General of Customs Annual Conference. Your presence has elevated this gathering to an unparalleled level of significance and importance. We are profoundly honored by the valuable insight shared in the keynote address to be delivered by the Vice President. Your wisdom and ambition expressed on the need to harness data analytics to secure and efficient trade facilitation in custom operation serve as a guiding light to our ongoing endeavors. Our gratitude is sent to Executive Governor of Lagos State, esteemed members of the National Assembly, our esteemed trading communities that are here, representatives of security agencies and stakeholders. Your presence signifies the collaborative spirit essential for achieving our shared goals in advancing customs operation, trade facilitation, and security. We express our heartfelt appreciation to all other speakers that will come and speak here. Additionally, our gratitude goes to the Secretary General of World Customs Organization for the global perspective shared, emphasizing the imperative of international cooperation in customs operation. We are profoundly grateful to the Comptroller General of Customs for his warm welcome and insightful remarks, setting the tone for this momentum gathering. This conference stands as a testament to the dedication and commitment of the all present here today towards advancing customs operation and trade facilitation. Your unwavering support and participation inspire us to forge ahead with a new vigor and determination. As we delve into deliberations and discussion over the coming days, let us leverage the knowledge shared and networks formed during this event to chart a path towards more secure, efficient, technologically driven customs operation. Once again, thank you all for your esteemed presence and valuable contribution to the success of this opening ceremony. Thank you.
Special guests of honor, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually getting to the peak of this occasion. At this juncture, may I respectfully request the chairman of the occasion, the Comptroller General of Customs, to invite the special guest of honor, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by His Excellency, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, for a keynote address.
Kindly, you can sit down, please.
This is Lagos. The chief helmsman of Africa's fifth largest economy, the economic live wire of the nation. My brother, my friend, he has a very beautiful name that I keep on pronouncing, Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, the executive governor of Lagos State. Lagos has the two biggest ports in Nigeria. It has the biggest airport in Nigeria, the most productive land border in Nigeria, the biggest deep sea port in West Africa. It has the largest single train refinery in the world, the 650,000 barrels per day capacity Dangote refinery. These are facts. These are not fiction. Hence, we do not require any special declaration, but we trust that the Nigeria Customs Service, and indeed the federal government of Nigeria, will do justice to Lagos and give it the attention it richly deserves. Without an official declaration, Lagos is already a special trade processing zone in a class of its own. Your Excellency is the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, Dr. Manasseh Jatto. I'm not surprised that you are here. You are one of them. The Chairman, Senate Committee on Customs, Excise and Tariff, and the Senator representing Kogi East Senatorial District, Distinguished Senator Jibrin Issa Echocho, the Governor. And my prediction came true. Thank you, the Oni of Ife, Your Imperial Majesty, for giving a breathing space to Hamisu. For 16 years, Mr. Adewale was the chief spokesperson of the Nigerian Customs. He never committed such an unpardonable gaffe of referring to the foremost, one of the torchbearers of our rich cultural heritage in Africa, as Mr. Oni of Ife. Heads of government agencies and parastatals present here. His Majesty, the 51st Oni of Ife, Oba Ade Enitan Ogunwusi, Ojaja II CFR. His Royal Highness Olu of Ilaro and Paramount Ruler of Yewa Kingdom, Obake Inde Olubengba. The President Custom Officers Wives Association, Mrs. Kikelemo Adeni. That's why the power rests, because as we read, your husband was repeatedly mentioning your name. I think we should all come and do Dobale with you. Obviously. Major General S.O.J. Ango, retired former sole administrator of Nigeria Customs Service. My brother, Mr. Lai Mohammed, the former Minister of Information. The creme de la creme of the Nigeria Customs Service present here. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. The reason for this conference, particularly for an organization as strategic as yours, couldn't have come sooner. Every part of the world is at the mercy of data. And every day, we are reminded of the expanding volume of data upon which our data is the light by a evolving landscape of our world in the dark. So you must know how excited and honored I am to represent my boss, my principal, our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to witness your journey into this light and to align with the grand vision of the present administration. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, an accounting virtuoso who possesses an unparalleled understanding of data and is quick to remind us of its significance to the nation. For far too long, the absence of comprehensive data has been a technological affliction that has hindered not just Nigeria but the entire continent's growth trajectory. For far too long, this inadequacy has impeded our ability to make informed decisions, perpetuating a cycle of missed opportunities and suboptimal outcomes. For far too long, we have been hindered by this fuel of the fourth industrial revolution. What we do in filling the gaps since we took charge to build on what our predecessors have done is what defines us. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is also this realization that stands as the invaluable goal of this century that prompted Mr. President's strategic placement of tech-savvy Nigerians in critical positions in the government. These appointments ensure not only strategic planning, but also the cultivation of Nigeria as a hub of refined minds in the global knowledge economy. Even before we were given this mandate, we knew that every facet of our lives is woven with data. We must not only commit to deploying data to make decisions within the government, but to address the historical inadequacies of Nigerian policymaking, often impeded by a lack of comprehensive data. Our current governance landscape demands a transformative intervention, and the solution is what has brought us here together today. There is no doubt that the chiming of this clock of modernity is inviting us to take action. It is inviting us to adopt evidence-based processes and innovative strategies to align policies with the objectives of this administration, to streamline decision-making, and to resolve conflict arising from misinformation and inconsistent policies within the government. The integration of complex data to interpret the patterns of our transactions and interactions is even more needed in international trade because the dividends transcends the determination of revenues. Data provide the sharpest lens for us to connect the dots. Even in establishing the security of our borders, we can easily determine the traffic of people and goods around a specific border and share indisputable information with other nations with just a punch on our computers. Your Excellencies, Your Majesties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I assure you that the President remains resolute in his belief that Nigeria is unequivocally on track, not only to accumulate terabytes of factual service, but also to establish a robust public service system that upholds data integrity at its core. Our ambition extends beyond accumulation. It extends to transformation. We aspire to position Nigeria as the prepared destination for all stakeholders involved in export and import activities overseen by the Nigerian Customs Service. While I am proud of the ambitions of the Nigerian Customs Service to accumulate vast troves of data and utilize data analytics to shape a public service system that upholds data integrity at its core, I also know that the first brick of this journey is investing in the training and capacity building of our custom officers to stand shoulder to shoulder, terabyte by terabyte, with the best minds in the world. On behalf of Mr. President, I wish to register our most profound gratitude. Thank you so much, and may the discussions held in the upcoming days set the trajectory for a new era in the Nigerian Customs Service. Thank you, and God bless.
A resounding applause for the special guest of honor. He is Excellency, the Deputy Governor, please come. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Gombe State, please join. Shall we all remain standing? Shall we all remain standing, please? Band. That will be presentation of gifts. Yes, sir. His Excellency, the special guest of honor, that will be presentation of the something to appreciate your coming.
This conference is coming at a time the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adeni, has shown commitment to the deployment of geospatial intelligence in the Customs modernization project. This platform, once operational, will enable the service to employ the use of drone for surveillance. And prelude to the actualization, the Comptroller General of Customs was in Benin Republic July this year to examine the real-time processes used by the country for cargo monitoring and overall port administration.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Apart from looking to broker a deal for the harmonization of import and export procedure between the two countries.
After the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
The Vice President said in a speech that compressive data has become an affliction in Africa. The Vice President, as part of his contribution to this event, said compressive data has become an affliction in Africa, impeding ability to make informed decisions, and is very certain that this move by the custom will be compensated or will come alongside in synergy with the training, developing capacity of officers to achieve the mandates. And on behalf of the outside broadcast team, I want to thank the viewers at home for staying tuned and staying with the Nigerian Television Authority. Have a wonderful day.